how to make money, yeah, we talk about it. Facebook, yeah, yeah. IG, Twitter, web, so, ooh, it's really there. You can catch CEOs. What can you see, brother? Talking about the hot topics, my girl, yeah. What can you see, brother? Talking about the hot topics.
What's up, South Florida? I hope you guys can hear me well. Hear me good and hear me well. Listen, I got a great show for you tonight. I got a great show. Just want to let you guys know that I have two of my favorite people. So listen, I don't have Brandon. So I'm gonna let y'all know I was not false advertising. But we were not able to get Brandon to log on. So we just want to send him a major shout out to Brandon's Mobile Car Wash at Oil Change and Car Wash. His phone number is 561-888-5137. Again, Brandon's Mobile Car Wash and Oil Change and Car Wash. We come to you 561-888-5137. He had an awesome story. I heard about it on Facebook. He posted that, you know, he'd like to say, hey, after all these years, I'm calling quits. And I'm getting ready to start my own business. So we want to send a shout out to Brandon. Congratulations to Brandon on your endeavor. And listen, step it out on faith. Because there's a lot of people that just don't have the nerves to say, let me just let go of my 9 to 5 and just say, let me be about my business. So I just want to congratulate him on that. Again, if you're looking for a mobile oil change and a car wash, and they come to you, Brandon's Mobile Oil Change and Car Wash, they come to you. So if you're looking for, again, y'all get at them. Again, we was not able to get them on tonight, but we want to send a shout out. We want to show them some love and let you guys know that, hey, I respect him because I've been trying to do what he did for probably about 15 years just to get the nerve and the faith to say, I'm walking out. I'm just going to leave it all on the table. Family man, guys. You know, if I'm watching it right, he just had a baby. He got some kids. And he was like, this is enough. I've worked and I'm getting ready to do it. So we want to send a shout out to him. Let me just show up one more time. Brandon's Mobile Oil Change and Car Wash. We come to you 561-888-5137. So if you're looking to stay at work, don't worry about leaving, and you would like to get an oil change, call them. They'll be able to help you. So again, we got a great show planned out for you tonight. We do have James. James got a bunch of businesses. So we do have James. But first, I would like to show some great love to my proud sponsor, which is a Natural Seal. Natural Seal, she has all natural products, from soaps to hand sanitizers, car fresheners, anything you need as the all natural products. Normally, I have everything set up. I had to take everything down and put it back up, and I can't remember how I put it back up. So y'all bear with me. Hopefully by Thursday we have it. But this is the lotion, one of my favorite lotions that I have from a Natural Seal. Again, this is the hand whipped shea butter, and I always say, this ain't the butter for your grab. This is the butter for your body. So if you're looking to get you some good shea butter, y'all contact the Natural Seal. Again, this is Sylvia. She pays the cost to be the boss. I keep saying, everybody say, why do you say that? Because it's the truth. Also, if you have not filed your taxes, McGillian and Co., which is owned by Sylvia, you have not filed your taxes and you waiting to the last minute, like me, contact Sylvia over at Gillian and Co. She is on Facebook under Sylvia Robinson. Also Gillian and Co. She's always in the header. She's up there in the header. Please, you guys, patronize our people. Patronize our people because we need a little help. So again, we want to send a shout out to them. Also, we do have a brand new sponsor today, Cakes by Kesslin. Listen, so Cakes by Kesslin, everybody knows that Cakes by Kesslin does cake. She does cake. But now Kesslin actually, and this is so cool to me, Kesslin also now do custom acrylic cake, cupcake toppers. She also does custom acrylic cake, cupcake toppers. I think this is so cool. I think that is so cool. She has a custom cupcake topper. She can make it whatever you want. The X and O's, Be My Valentine, Happy Birthday. As you see here, this is the Chanel inspired. So if you're looking for something different for your cakes, cupcakes, candy, cookies, please get at Cakes by Kesslin, which is on Facebook. Her information is also in the bio up there in the top in the bio, so that you are able to patronize her. So listen, today, I got a gift, and it was hand delivered from Crowns and Kisses collection. So I got, and the good part about this was hand delivered, not in Delray, but almost 30 miles away. This was brought to me. We want to send a shout out to these young ladies. We had them on the show last week, so we want to send them a shout out. And they got me the lip gloss and scrubs. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know about all this stuff, so I hope y'all pray for it. It is the lip gloss and scrubs with the cakes. With the Crown Kisses Collection LLC gift bag. Also, I was giving, listen y'all know I don't do this, but I'm gonna have to do this for them. I was giving eyelashes. The children gave me some eyelashes, y'all. I'm gonna have to put these, I'm gonna have to run these and see how these look. Again, this is the Crowns and Kisses collection eyelashes that was given to me. And it has the brush and everything. Now y'all know I don't know about this, but we're gonna make this work. So it came with the brush. And I was told this is, I guess, the squeezer. But this is real deep. Because they got their logo on this. They got their logo on this too. That's real deep. So again, they have the, let me take this out. Hold on. I don't want to break nothing. This is real deep. So I don't wear lashes. I don't know y'all do, but I guess this is kind of to squeeze them. So this came in my kit as well. Again, this has the Crowns and Kisses collection logo on it. And they got me, we're going to unbox all this today. Because I got some time. I got about 20 minutes before my next guest. So we're going to hang out with them for a minute. All right, so here's, all right, come through here, dangling earrings. All right, so they got me some dangling earrings. You'll see these on, I'll be wearing these on Thursday night on the show. Thursday night, you guys know I do Keeping It Real in the Gospel. We got a great show lined up for you, just a shameless plug. So I'll be wearing these Thursday nights, thank you. And I have one more gift. Let's see what this is. All right. Come through, little hairpiece. Come through, little hairpiece and an anklet. All right. So we just want to say thank you. Listen, these are two young ladies that are actually doing well in the business. So we just want to say thank you so much to the Crowns and Kisses collection. This was hand delivered to me today. Again, via my box with everything in it. So again, we would like to say thank you so much for the love. Also, I got today, as you seen last week, when we had the Pure Touch Cleaning on, Pure Touch Cleaning LLC, they were on and they brought me the cleaning and the refill. The cleaning and the refill. This is the sanitizer. We watched her do the sample of how you sanitize it. It comes with the charger. It comes so that you're able to spray. And again, this she said you can spray any and everything with this this sanitizer. She broke down today for me what's in the bottle. She broke down how it's harmless and the things that they're using. So we do want to give a shout out to Pure Touch Cleaning LLC for providing me with hand sanitizer, the sanitizer to spray everything. And man, I just can't get over these lashes. This is so cute. And it comes with a mirror. Look, it comes with a mirror. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. To God be the glory. So again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, I don't want you to think that I false advertised anything. I didn't. I was unable to get Brandon in. But I want to go back to this that Brandon's Mobile Oil Change and Car Wash. We come to you 561-888-5137. Again, Brandon's Mobile Oil Change and Car Wash. We come to you 561-888-5137. Feel free to give them a call because again, this young man stepped out on faith and started his own business. So listen, we'll be right back after these messages, and we're gonna have our next guest.
Hey everybody, this is Bax Decon. My name is Garnicia, owner and operator. We came here in the salon at It's a New Season, and we did a full sterilization. The chemical that I do use is actually by ServPro. It's for your home, for your daycares, it's for any small businesses. This chemical lasts for about 4 weeks when we spray it in, and it kills the germ instantly. So we did the full salon. As you can see, we got up in the air, we got in the floor, we got in between the cracks and crevices along the salon. So she has pretty good clean as of right now. So if you have a salon or you have a barbershop or a restaurant or anything like that, and you need someone to come in and do an actual COVID clean or a sanitational clean for your business, please give us a call. Our number is 561-406-0083. And you can visit us on Instagram. We're at BaxDecon_cleaning. And we're also on Facebook as BaxDecon Cleaning, okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good.
So again, that's BaxDecon 561-406-0083. They'll come out and spray all your things. We want to give a shout out to BaxDecon, who's been a proud sponsor, and she pays to be on this platform. We want to thank you for helping us keep going. So listen, we have a gentleman today, and again, I wasn't even friends with him on Facebook, but I see everything he's doing out and about. I see everything. This man is like part of our clique. He has several businesses. He has Hang 'em High TV guy. He has Clip Pack Moving and Hauling. Hang 'em High TV guy. He has Taught and Loaded Firearm Academy. And someone called me yesterday and was like, oh, he was my instructor at my class. So without further ado, we're going to bring him in. Hello, how are you? Let me take him back out. Hold on a second. All right, so your mic, hold on, let me take him back out. Hold on a second. So he has a mic problem. Hold on, let me see if we can talk to him via inbox. Hold on a second. All right, so just to let you know just a little bit about him. Again, he is the Hang 'em High TV guy. He forever is doing something, and I just want to say congratulations to him while we get him in. Congratulations, because it takes a lot of nerve to get on one knee in public. Are you there, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you. So listen, congratulations first, because I was just saying it takes a lot of nerve to get on one knee in public. So let's just say congratulations and on your engagement. I pray for you. I pray for you. Hallelujah. 'Cause and she probably in the background saying, "What?" Yeah.
I am.
So I'm yet praying for you. I got you in the prayer line of all the churches. I started tweeting. Y'all pray for James. Y'all pray for James. He married Michelle. You got, but you know what? I want to commend you because that's a lot.
I hear you.
So,
I hear you, yes, ma'am.
And hey, listen, but she know I love her. She know that we'll fight for each other. So we just want to we joke like that. So listen, I just want to say to you that I have been following you for quite some time, and I respect your hustle. I had people inboxing me telling me that they were in your class for the Taught and Loaded. I guess that was the Valentine's Day retreat. They were like, "Oh my God, he was my instructor. He was my instructor." So that was something that a lot of people really enjoy. So tell us a little bit about Taught and Loaded.
Well, Taught and Loaded Firearms Education Academy is pretty much what it is. It's all things firearms. We teach everything from the pistol to the shotgun to the rifle, from the smallest novice of shooters, smallest age brackets is starting from age 6 and up. We train small children all the way up to, the adults that need to come in and get training. We provide several services to them, teaching them how to use firearms properly, going out and shopping with them to purchase their first gun, giving them tips on purchasing their first guns, gun maintenance, rather you picking up a rifle or a shotgun, we're teaching you completely how to use those things. And basically we're getting a new platform set up for our new website that should be out hopefully within the next month, where they can go online and take courses where you won't even need me as the instructor. I already have those classes preloaded, and it's going to be several classes that they can choose from, things that all need to be learned, especially when using firearms. So it's just basically educating the public, educating anybody with a firearm or the desires to use a firearm. That's our common goal, to make sure people understand how to use them properly.
Okay, so my question is, because I take an online course right now, is it where you have to pass tests and they can move to the next level, or is it just you read this like when I became a notary years and years, you read this and you answer the questions?
Basically, it's not so much of a test. There will be like little quizzes from one topic to the next, and I'm going to make it so you don't get to the next topic without understanding the topic at hand. There's no point in going to topic 2 if you don't really understand topic 1, and you'll get maybe a 6 or 7 question little quiz based subject matter, and go from there. Every subject will be maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes long, depending on what it is that person selected to learn as part of their training.
And will I be able to print a certificate out at the end of the class?
At the end of it, you will be able to print out your own certificate for taking that particular course.
All right, so we want to give a shout out to Shingles, Greg Shingles. He said, tell his mentor he's tuned in. So when they send a shout out to, I went to his class, so I want to send a shout out to him and tell him he said congratulations. So
thank you, Greg.
So all right, so what happens? Okay, so I go to the class and I take the class online, and like I said, I'm in school now for classes. What happens when I need to go to the shooting range to shoot the gun? Because I know that you have to, as I'm learning, you have to be on with me, right? So that you can teach me how to shoot. So how does that work?
Well, basically, we'll set up a date and time. You would either email me or contact me via landline, and we'll set up a date and time that's you're available for. Generally, I'd like to have you one-on-one, but there are times that I'll take 4 people at the most. They don't have to know each other. It could be 4 individuals that just decided to take the class and happen to be on the same day. So I try not to train people generally on the same day. Within the same class, but I'll do no more than 4 people at a time. Only because we're in, COVID season. So outside of that, I try to keep people separated and keep them safe from, cross-contamination with germs and everything. So that's kind of the common goal, just to make sure everybody's safe and they can still learn in a conducive environment.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, because I think I had a conversation with Michelle. What is your take on guns in the churches? do you think that it's something that we need to really educate the church on?
Guns in the churches, in my opinion, are certainly needed. If you think of the last 4 or 5 gun shootings, had there been some legally armed individuals inside of the ministry doing anything, could have done anything to help prevent or to help salvage some lives or salvage some injury. I am pro gun everywhere personally, by the right people. But when it comes to the churches, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So what would you say? Because like I know people are like, guns kill people, and I know that is that a myth? Is that true? I mean, I know the answer, but I want to hear from you.
Okay, so I mean, simply said, if I put a knife on the table, the knife is not going to grow legs and get up and run and stab anybody. It's not the gun that kills someone; it is the person that's using the gun. Gun safety is it's a must. For those that have the accidents or the incidents that were not intentional, those people need to be trained. You know, all it takes is a slip of a second to cause an accident. Gun accidents often happen, and they're caused by 2 reasons: carelessness and ignorance. Bottom line, sometimes a combination of both. But if they can get the knowledge and understand the severities of certain things, not to underestimate whether the gun has a trigger or not, or rather a safety or not, rather the gun is loaded or not, going off of what they thought the condition of the gun was the last time they saw the gun. And it could have changed some way, shape, form, or fashion. They could have left it on the table amongst friends, walked away, and come back, and your gun can totally be in a different state that you left it in. So it's you as the a responsible gun owner to make sure you understand the condition of your gun at all times, and understand proper protocol when it comes down to being safe, handling it, assuring that it is safe to be around anywhere, and making sure that you just educate it, overall. Anybody
I got 1,000 questions, so I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Correct,
so here it is, right? So people like myself who own a gun, and this I'm using me as an example. You own a gun and you buy a gun 10 years ago, and the gun is in the same. You know what they do, right? They buy a gun, they put it in the carrier, put it in the drawer, and it stays there. What is your take on that? Is the take of that is, listen, do you need to go out and shoot this gun every night? Do you need to clean this gun? What is the gun management of having a gun and just having it for years in a drawer?
Well, it's like any other thing that if you lay still in the hospital bed for over 20 days, your body begins to get stiff. There's no proper lubricant. There's no proper protection over the gun. So it will tend to rust. It will tend to stick. Parts will begin to naturally freeze up on you, if I could say that.
Right.
And if you don't use it, obviously it's going to, I don't want to say obviously, if you don't use it, it will eventually start giving you issues, because the lubrication that you put it in, and 10 years later, that lubrication is no longer there, and it's going to cause issues, it's going to cause certain malfunctions. The ammunition, if the ammunition is still in there, the ammunition is old, and that ammunition can cause issues with the malfunctioning areas. It may not fire, or it may fire awkwardly. Some malfunctions that may be a squib load. Squib loads are rounds when it's fired, it goes through, but doesn't go all the way through the barrel, so it never leaves the gun. Sometimes that can happen when the ammunition is old or when it's wet, depending on where you had it stored. If you have it stored in the drawer, that's absolutely wrong in the first place. You need to have it stored in a proper lock box or security box, some form of speed vault, some form of locking mechanism, so that any unauthorized personnel can get to it. You don't want nobody getting access to that gun. So having it in a drawer, don't underestimate the people that you live around, even if you live singly, to have it in a secured lockbox.
Thank you. I guess now I have to go ahead and lock. Okay, so next question is, how long should I keep my ammo? I know that people always say I got ammo back from 20 years ago. How long should I keep this ammo that I've had for years locked up in the same drawer the gun is in?
Ammo does have a shelf life before you use it. In most cases, you won't find a date on a box of ammo, but at the end of the day, you know that within the next 2 years, maybe perhaps, you want to fire it. Some people go beyond that, but you got to consider shelf life as a potential problem if you've had it for 3-4 years, that you may want to go ahead and get rid of that. I wouldn't even fire it through a gun. Some people may say a little bit longer, some say a little bit shorter. So it's all about preference and your experience. My experience, I wouldn't keep ammo no more than 3 years before I got rid of it, because corrosion happens. The powder that's on the inside of the casing will tend to lock up. It's like seasoning in the cabinet. If you have old seasoning, it goes from dust to harden,
Right.
so that has the potential of happening as well with old ammo.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. You probably saying this girl doing all kind of craziness. But at least I know now you're not supposed to keep, because you're thinking that, I mean, maybe people that are listening are going to listen. They're going to be like, oh, a lady told me the other day when she saw a flight, she's like, oh, I've had my gun for years and the same bullets and everything, and it's in the same. And I'm like, whoa, I don't think that's how that's supposed to be. I think that even with shooting of the gun, I think that, and this is me, and you could correct me, I think that every now and then the gun, you should go to the shooting range and shoot it so that you not scare the gun. Because if you shot it the first time you bought it, and that's 10 years ago, I mean, someone breaks in the house, you may be fearful of the gun. I mean, have you ever heard stories of, I have a gun, but I'm scared of it?
I get that all the time. And the problem with that is that's one of the bigger problems that come around. The fact is, a lot of people that have permits and have firearms, they don't know how to use them. And that's sad, because if something should happen and they don't go get training, I don't mean going to the gun range and just letting off some rounds. Get training. That's a personal investment, but you're training to not kill someone. You're training to be able to defend yourself if the time should ever be needed. Now, if you don't know how to simply take your gun and unholster it, people have shot themselves by unholstering it. People have dropped their weapons by unholstering it. If you don't know how to properly unholster your weapon, how do you expect to really defend yourself? Accuracy matters. We are all responsible for every round that leaves that chamber.
Right.
And if you hit anything other than your intended target, you're responsible for it, right? As a person or property, you're responsible for it. So if you are a person that does not train, then get trained. That is the absolute reason why we have guns. It's not like riding a bicycle. We can ride bicycles till we're 13, 14 years old and stop. And 42 years old, we can get right back on it and begin riding. We might wobble a little bit just to get back in the groove, but we can get back at it. With firearms, not so much. Firearm is a very perishable skill. Shooting is a very perishable skill. And if you don't lose it, you will lose. If you don't use it, you will lose that skill quickly. And that's not something you need when you need your gun in an extreme moment. Fact is, no matter how much training one has had, whether it's 1 year of training or whether it's 30 years of training, the fact of the matter is we all default to our lowest amount of training if something really were to happen. And if you don't have any training, you got nothing to fall back on. So that should be considered. Most people don't think about that. In training, most people don't think about changing hands when they're firing a gun. They think to fire their strong hand, and you maybe use both hands, but what about your non-shooting hand? If you should ever get this hand incapacitated for whatever reason, you need to know how to be just as accurate or as accurate as possible with your non-shooting hand, right? So these are things that people don't think outside of the box when it comes to training. Training is imminent. Training is a must. You should not avoid training, and don't just go into the gun range just hitting paper. I see a whole lot of targets online, different platforms where people go to the gun range and they're proud of their targets, but you got rounds everywhere. What was your intended target? Where was your mark? If I saw a cluster of rounds in a circled group here and here and here, then I know that you were aiming to keep all your groups together. But if you're just aiming at nothing, you're going to hit it every time, bottom line.
So you just mentioned about the non-shooting hand. So does it matter that I'm right-handed, the left hand still want to be able to shoot? Because I always thought there's less power in your left. So are you able to shoot? What is it, ambidextrous? When you shoot the gun?
When you own a firearm, this is one skill in life that you should become ambidextrous. You need to train with both hands. Again, if one hand gets incapacitated, it doesn't have to get incapacitated in that gunfight. You could be out doing laundry and slip and fall and try and brace yourself and break your wrist.
Right.
Now that you have that bandage up or in a cast, now you're solely dependent upon your non-shooting hand, which you never trained.
And you never think about stuff like that, like, okay, well, I may have to utilize my left hand because my right hand is down. And I would think that, that hand wouldn't. All right. So I learned a whole lot. So what would be your take? What would be for you to say, okay, to people, and again, there's so many people that you hear, I hate guns, I hate guns, I hate guns. What would be one thing that you would say to the people that say, like, I have a sister that say, I hate guns, right? I hate guns. Now that everything is going on, she's like, I want to get my gun license. Because she see that you used to get shot in the street, but now you could be worshiping in church, and they're coming in just letting off fire. You're in school learning, and they're coming in schools killing you. Wait, you're at Walmart, and you're just pushing your buggy, minding your business. But here it is, just like you. If you're in that situation and you hear a gunshot, you're gonna take your best shot, right? So, what is your take on the people that screaming, "I hate guns, let's do away with guns"?
Well, here's the thing with that. Right now, the politicians that are in power right now, they have a strong agenda to weaken mainstream society. Mainstream society are the blue collar workers, the everyday worker that gets up and comes home every day and really have to fend for their family. They want to make it extremely difficult in certain areas for self-defense, right? They have to keep in mind, it is not the average everyday worker, woman and man that comes home every day to take care of their family that's causing these mass shootings. It is not, we are 1% of that community, of the overall community that actually cares about training, right? So at the end of the day, any law-abiding citizen is not going to go out and commit a mass shooting, except there's some sort of mental thing going on. Right. But outside of that, those that have said to themselves, I want to become a Second Amendment partner or family up with the Second Amendment family, they're going to do everything they can to be properly trained, get the proper information. As it goes to saying, those that have the most information are the most successful, right? So at the end of the day, those that say, I don't want to be trained, that's a part of ignorance. I mean, I don't like guns, that's a part of ignorance. Because I'll say to anybody any day, if you and I were inside of a 7-Eleven or any other store, wherever the case may be, and you're that one that's screaming, I don't like guns, guns are bad, and whatever the case may be, you're safer with me in that store with you than you ever would be with me not in that store. And I'm not here to save your life. Just like the cops. Cops carry guns not to save your life, believe that or not. Cops don't carry guns to save your life. They carry guns to protect themselves, right? So if something should ever happen in the street, by the time you call the police, 7 to 12 minutes later, they show up on the scene. But whatever's happened, whatever's going to happen has already happened. Exactly. So think about that time when you're there and you don't have your gun with you, right? Or you have a gun to be able to defend yourself, and that opportunity opens where you can do so. And you have a successful firing or successful shooting. Like successful, when I say successful shooting, I mean you were able to discharge your weapon lawfully to be able to defend yourself and defend your family, whomever you were around, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, to those that say that they don't like guns and all those different things that I'm totally on the opposite side of the spectrum on, then more power to them. Nobody's going to beg them to get a gun, but I'm sure they'll be grateful for those that had one that was able to potentially save their life or potential family member's life, whatever the case may be. Right. So it's not a gun. The gun is never going to do anything to you at all that's going to cause harm.
I tell a lady at my job, I say, listen, the gun don't sit on the desk. It's not the gun that kill people, it's people that kill people. Because the gun, like you said, can't walk by itself. So listen, I need you guys to follow Taught and Loaded, TNL, Taught and Loaded Firearm Education Academy. The information is in the bio up there, around there somewhere, but it is in the bio. Contact him. Now we still hanging out with him for a little while longer because he is the CEO. But we want you guys to follow Taught and Loaded. So tell them how they can find you on all social media outlets.
All social media outlets, you can find me at Taught in the letter N. Taught in Loaded. If you look at the bottom of the name display, if it's displayed publicly, you'll see my name displayed down there. It says Taught in Loaded, or just type in Taught in Loaded Firearms Education Academy, and on any platform it'll pop up for you.
Okay. So guys, listen, he just gave us so much information. He let us know that he's getting ready to start physically a class. So listen, I go to online class and we take the courses and everything. So now you don't have to be, see, a lot of people, what I'm starting to realize is they get embarrassed when they want to sit in front of the instructor and, oh, I don't want to go, I want to one-on-one. They don't have time, they want to make time. So what you're doing is just actually awesome for people that can sit home like myself in front of all these electronics and take the course and then come with you and shoot. So I commend you on that. I am ready for that. We're going to stand behind you so that we can help you make sure we push that. I am into pushing all businesses, especially when it comes to anything like that. So my congratulations on that. But listen, like I said, you got a lot of stuff going on. So tell them about Clear Path Moving and Hauling. And actually, that picture, y'all, look just like his truck and the trailer.
Clear Path Moving and Hauling. That was birthed between my fiance and I. We were, I think, laying in the bed one morning and we thought about just another line of business. Everybody needs something hauled, pulled, delivered, picked up, and may not all have vehicles to accommodate it. So we got together and we said, okay, well, babe, why don't we just go buy a trailer and offer a service, regardless of what it is, whether it's trash hauling, whether it's picking up a furniture piece from one of the stores and bringing it to their home, transporting people's furniture from one location to another. Whatever you need picked up or hauled, this is what we do. And I'll grab me and my kids or my team and we'll just go out and take care of it. Doesn't make a difference what it is, how much work it is. We say yes to everything. So that's what Clear Path and Moving and Hauling, that was birthed about, I don't know, close to about a year now. And we've been going ever since. It doesn't make a difference what it is, moving, whatever the case may be.
And that's between Miami, Palm Beach, Dade.
We cover all three counties, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties.
Okay, so
I had a young lady that wanted me to transport a couple TVs from Deerfield to Orlando, and I was willing to take that, but she wound up taking another route. So as long as you're willing to pay the ticket,
that Zelle.
We need to go. Absolutely.
You get that Zelle or the cash out.
Absolutely.
So one thing I can say is that you did say it happened about a year ago. And one thing I'm really, really passionate about is pressing through the pandemic. Because what happened is during the pandemic, everything just kind of shut down and everything kind of just went haywire. And I saw that you did birth the movement. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Because not only that, and this is your interview, not only did you birth that, from the Taught and Loaded, you birthed She Loaded.
Yep.
During the pandemic, She Loaded was birthed. Clear Path Moving and Hauling was birthed. I mean, you guys did not lay down and say, listen, this is what we're dealing with. They're closing down the world. Let me lay here and just suffer in this. I tell people all the time, everybody laughed at me when I first started the show. Because they were like, Kenya, you right here doing birthdays with people and putting them in. I'm like, listen, I'm having fun pulling people into birthdays. And that was like in 2019. They were laughing at me when I was like saying, hey, you want me to log in and do a birthday party for you? And they laughed at me, right? So guess what's going on now? Everybody wants to do a virtual party. Yeah. So I mean, I commend you guys on both of those businesses. Again, I've seen the truck, I've seen you move it. I love your social media. It is awesome. You and your fiance, that's my little cousin. So I love her. But the Hail High TV guy, I love that logo too. I just want to let you know that logo is hot.
Oh, thank you.
Did she do that too?
No, that was by an artist from Crystal Clear. Just giving a quick shout out. Crystal Clear Creations, young lady out of Savannah, Georgia, took care of that logo for me.
Okay. Was Crystal Clear what side of Florida? Or she always was out of Savannah?
She was always in Savannah.
Okay. Because I know at Crystal Clear here in Florida used to do. I was like, wait a minute, that's just a small world. So Hail High TV guy, how did we start that?
Hail My TV guy started about the name itself started about 2, maybe 3 years ago. It was funny. The name itself, I've been hanging televisions, but the name itself came across because I had this cartoon image in my head of a guy kind of swinging, kind of like a Mario Brothers type of guy, kind of swinging from a TV.
Right.
And obviously that's not the logo, but that's kind of what I saw. And from that image came what you saw, what you just displayed. But people have begun taking the TVs off the shelf and off the desk and hanging them on the walls. So I learned the trade. I learned the profession. I learned how to do it the right way. I started masking wires behind all types of surfaces, behind brick, behind drywall, in front of concrete, things of that nature. So it's a nice, clean look. Really understanding how to mount them properly. And from Hang 'em High, I started doing other services because I got to commend everybody that was in the pandemic that got their hustle on. There's so many hustles that came from the pandemic that I applaud them. Once upon a time, this time last year, when someone would reach out on social media and they said, I need someone to hang my television. There was only about 3, maybe 4 people hanging televisions that would constantly get their names placed under that post. And if you did that now, you're going to have a plethora of people that now hang TVs all of a sudden. So that market is really, really oversaturated. And what I had to learn to do, I said, you know what? I have to expand my game. I have to learn some more trades so I can get some more things under my belt that either they don't know how to do or unwilling to do, because some things involve real work where you got to sweat, and a lot of people aren't willing to do that. They want the quick, fast dollar. But when your creativity comes into play, that trumps everything else, because you might be able to match what I can do, but you'll never be able to match my creativity. That's the way I look at it. I left my job last year, end of April, early May. I was working a 9 to 5, and that's pretty much when the pandemic started, maybe a month or 2 before that. And my fiance was like, she encouraged me. She says, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you're getting work more. You work, what you make in a day sometimes trumps your entire check in 2 weeks. So, you might want to start considering, launching out with these different branches of services you offer. You'll never, pretty much see an empty plate, And I tell you no lie. She was absolutely right. We prayed about it. It was weeks that had gone by before I made the decision to finally leave my job, and I left and never looked back.
And the story tonight was, we wasn't able to get Brandon on, but the story tonight, and I didn't know that. You shared that with me. But the story tonight is 2 men that stepped out on faith and said, I'm going to leave my job and do what I have to do. Look how God works. So, because again, he did the same thing, and you're telling me you did the same thing. So this is beyond the business. This is a testimony for people that are struggling with that. Because there's so, and I raise my hand. I raise my hand every time I think about it. I'm like, what am I do? What am I do? So here it is. That's a story in a press for everybody who's thinking about it, to say sometimes that 9 to 5 will hold you back, because you may have somebody call you and say, I got 4 TVs to put up, and you say, well, I'll be there after 5 o'clock. They don't look to someone else, because like you said, it's oversaturated with the business. Because once people start to see that what the requests are, everybody's going to get into that business. I shared a post today that it may be oversaturated out here, but guess what? What God has for you is for you.
It's for you.
And you are doing absolutely, positively wonderful. I follow Michelle on Facebook, where I always see that you guys are working as a team. And that's the best thing that anyone can ever ask for, a supportive man and a supportive woman. Throughout this entire interview, you have given her homage to let people know that I ain't standing on this by myself. I got this woman behind me, so she deserves that raise. All right? So, you know what I mean? We're not saying that, oh, my girlfriend, no, my fiance have pushed me and backed me. So that is one of the strongest things in the world that you could have said tonight to hang out. So let me ask you a question. Is all the phone numbers all the same for Clear Path, Started Loaded, and Hang 'em High? Are you like me? You have 17 different numbers.
No, I got one for all. going forward within the next 3 to 4 months, getting business structure separated. I may go ahead and maybe get another number for myself personally, but I'm not gonna get 4 or 5 lines. That doesn't make sense. My voicemail will separate or define. There's services out there that'll differentiate who's calling, where you're going to. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got 3 phones, but all of them have Google on it. You get your Google number separated. Yeah. So again, Michelle is watching. Ask her to please put your number in the comments so that we can pin it. We want to pin it in the comments so they can reach you. So I got one question about the TVs. I know you said, because I'm in the process of doing some renovation, and I just got my studio. So with the TVs, right?
Okay.
You're able to hide the cords.
Yes.
So you fish it through the wall.
Fish it through the walls. Yes.
Do you also do sound?
I do sound as well. Sound bars, and all of the above. This is what I mean about I had to elevate my game, not limiting myself to just TVs and sound bars. I started doing lights. I started doing ceiling fans. I started doing crown molding. I started doing just anything dealing with your hands. I got a great friend who, well, 2 actually, but I really hang with him, and he's really taught me the trade. I'm grateful for people like him. Most people know him as CJ Handyman. I can give him a shout because that's my brother. And when he has projects that I want to learn how to do, he'll call me and say, hey, I got this project going on this date, whatever, you're available. And if I'm available, I'll go and I'll work because I want to learn what he can do. And it's not a competition between he and I ever, because like you said, what God has for him is for him. So I'm not ever trying to tap into his business, but he's so willing to teach me. I learn, I absorb, I observe, so I absorb. So
he's going to continuously be blessed because he's not selfish. And that's the thing about it is what we don't understand in our community is that we don't want to teach nobody nothing because we're scared they're going to take their business. Do you know how many millions of people it is here? You can't get all the business. You understand? Exactly. You can't get, I tell people all the time, I was somewhere getting some food today and the lady was asking me, what do you do? And I was like really not in the mood because I was tired. I had a bunch of stuff going on and I'm like, but I had to pull myself together because I was like, okay, I'm trying to get something to eat. I'm hungry. I've been busy all day. And I had to pull myself together and say, okay, this is what I do. This is what I offer. And she said, oh, well, my sister does that. I said, okay, well, what is her YouTube so I can check her out? Maybe she can check me out. It wasn't, oh, I do it. I don't want to. You have to have that humble spirit of saying, hey, I make it help her. She make it help me. So that's why, you're going to be continuously blessed. CJ the handyman, not sure who you is, but I want to give you a plug, shameless plug. CJ the handyman. If y'all need help with anything, I can't add him in because I'm scared to move the system today because I ain't right. So CJ the handyman, if you're on Facebook or you're listening, hey, we gave you a plug and a shout out. You guys looking for something done, you contact. What city is he in?
He's like myself. We work anywhere from Dade to Palm Beach County.
All right, so we're going to push him over because a lot of people need Port St. Lucie work. And because a lot of people need, I'm telling you, Port St. Lucie have grown to a little country where everybody's moving to. So tell Michelle I said hi. She'll be in my screen twice. So tell her. So that's going to a whole other country, a whole other area because that's where everybody's relocating to. So you and CJ got to go tap into that. And make sure y'all get y'all business cards down there. So listen, I'm not gonna hold you long. I don't hold you long enough. So is there anything like anybody you want to send a shout out to before we go?
Basically, we pretty much covered everybody when it comes down to the business aspect. But I do want to shout out my lovely fiance, Miss Michelle Antoinette. Honestly, without her, some of these things that have taken place and have been birthed probably would not have been birthed. The courage and the strength that she has, her faith base and her belief system, it helps push me. And together, both of us, we go beyond borders. We're going to grow beyond borders, beyond that. So we're not only we're a partnership overall, even though she's my fiance and soon to be my wife one day. We are definitely a strong team, and we're just going to get stronger every day. Shout out to her.
Well, we do want to say shout out to her because I know her and I can tell you she sat in many classes and listened, and she is one that she will listen. So I do want to send a shout out to her. And I want to send out a shout out to you, and I want to thank you so much for joining. Anytime you have anything new that you would like to bring to the platform, you give me a call, inbox me, say, hey, Kenya, I need to come back on and talk about it. When you launch your website, I would love to come through because I can actually share the screen and do a tutorial if you like, so that we can get, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm more excited about your class than anything. I'm like, when is this going to happen? Because, you know, there's a lot of people that may not want to go out, but they are able to utilize the class. So please don't forget me when you launch the website.
Will do. Will do. Thank you.
So again, we want to thank you. Tell Michelle she's still my cousin, and I hope I get an invite to the wedding. I know that.
I'm sure you will. I'm pretty sure you will.
And then I thank you so much for coming on and joining me tonight. Thank you. I bid you farewell, and you have a great evening.
Likewise. Thank you so much. So
listen, this man got businesses. He got a couple businesses. So listen, if y'all are looking for moving, hauling, he has this picture look just like his truck. Where he got a truck and then a trailer, truck and then a trailer. So if you're looking, listen, all y'all got y'all stimulus and y'all income tax check. So I need y'all to call him when y'all be moving all the stuff and y'all buying furniture and these company charging y'all these astronomical prices. He has the trailer to move your stuff. PayPal. Hang on High TV guys. Y'all looking to hang these TV. Y'all know about all these TVs from Walmart when y'all got y'all stimulus and y'all income tax. Y'all call Hang on High TV guy to hang it. And he be hiding the cords. See, that's my thing. I be scared of the cords and stuff dangling. He hide the cords and he had the sound bar. Hang on High TV guy. Then if you're looking to learn the business of Firearm Education Academy, and this is like really dear to my heart, Firearm Training and Academy. I need you guys to contact him and also send a shout out to She Loaded. I know we didn't load the picture up, but She Loaded was birthed from the let me get the slide from TNL Taught and Loaded. She Loaded was birthed from that. So again, we want to send a shout out to Michelle and also James. We want to thank you guys for agreeing to come onto the platform. We want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Again, we want to send a shout out to my proud sponsors that make sure that this platform continues to run. A Natural Seal, as I said before, Sylvia plays the cost to be the boss. And the reason why I say that is she makes sure she paid on time. Gillian & Co. Gillian & Co. If you have not done your taxes, if you have not filed your taxes, you're looking for a tax company that is credible, doing things the right way, please contact Gillian & Co. She does more than just taxes, y'all, but you would love to have her do it. And she does it in the privacy of her office where you're not with a bunch of people. It's one-on-one. She wears her mask, you wear your mask, and you're all good. We want to send a shout out to Crowns and Kisses Collection. Crowns and Kisses Collection. They blessed me tonight. Well, all of this, y'all, all of this. So we want to send a shout out to them and thank them so much for the love that they shared and the basket that they made for me. Want to send a shout out to Pure Touch Cleaning and Services LLC. They stopped by and also brought me my spray and my refill. So I'll be spraying everything now, y'all. I'll be spraying everything. So again, we would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Listen, I can't forget about Cakes by Kessler. If you want cupcakes, right, and you want your cupcakes to look different, Cakes by Kessler now have acrylic cupcake toppers. If you see Mother's Day is coming up, Mom, you're the best. Contact Cakes by Kessler. She can hook you up. Her information is in the bio, as well as all the businesses we talked about today. They are in the bio. Again, Brandon's Mobile Oil Change and Car Wash. We were unable to get them on tonight. However, you guys send a congratulations and support this young brother because he also has stepped out on faith. So listen, without further ado, I'm going to let you go. It's early. I'll see y'all on Thursday on Keeping It Real in the Gospel.
You wanna know what's going on, yeah. church, yeah, we talk about it. How to make money, yeah, we talk about it. Facebook, yeah, yeah.